Godspeed to the Speedy Tribe. Godspeed to the Speedy Tribe. How we doing out there, man? Boys back with another video, and I want to talk about something very special to a lot of people. And that's fathers, man. The importance of having your father in your life, man. Now, we all love our dads, right? By a show of hands, you know what I'm saying? I know y'all all like, yeah, I love my dad, and I love my dad too, man. I love my mans to death. Now, for me growing up with my father, man, I didn't live with my father. So because I didn't live with him, whenever he came around, I always cherished those moments only because I knew I wasn't going to see him for like the next few days or something like that. So he would come around, man, and we would work out together. For first and foremost, whenever my father was somewhere walking, I would spot that man out of the crowd because I knew who he was. So I would spot him out, have my eyes on him, like, oh, there's my father. Run up to him, like a whole block just running, going up to him, jump in his arms, and I feel protected with him. And then, you know, my dad, you know, genetics is crazy, and he used to have big old muscles, man. I mean, he's still chiseled to this day. But he was chiseled, bro, and I used to hang on his arms all the time, man. I used to say, make a muscle, make a muscle. And then he'd do like that, and then I'll hang on his arms, man. And then he would take me to the park all the time, and I'd just go to the park. And he'd tell me to go play, and, you know, I go play a little bit, and then I look at him again, and he's over there doing push-ups, sit-ups, dips, all these type of calisthenic workouts. So I'm like, what's that? Like in my head, you know, I'm trying to wonder what is that. So I asked him what it was, and then he was like, try one. And from that point on, man, like I started working out. And from that day, I just fell in love with working out, man. And, you know, that's how I was growing up with him, man. And then I would feel like it pretty much built a strength inside of me that I felt like I was Superman around that man. You know, whenever my father came around and I had that support and I had his love, I had his protection, I had his support. Yes, I felt like Superman whenever that man was around. But there were also times that I didn't feel like anything when he wasn't around because, you know, I didn't have his support at that time that I wanted the support. So when, like, let's say if I had football games, because he helped put me in football. So when I got into football, he would be at my games all the time, and I would show out. I would do my thing. I would ball out. But there's certain times he wasn't at certain games, and I didn't like that because I was like, yo, I felt like he was my right-hand man. So whenever he wasn't there and I didn't have that moral support, I'll play subpar. I'll play mediocre. I wouldn't play at my best level, you know? And there were times where we would go training, and I remember, I'll never forget this day. We were at a tennis court, and he took me to work out and do calisthenics. This is when I first turned like 12 or something like that. And my father was still in pretty top shape, man. He was still fast. He still had everything. So we were working out, and he was telling me certain things. He was like, listen, I'm trying to prep you so you won't need me when you older like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to give you certain things. And, you know, after he was saying all of that, I was like, look, Dad, like, I want to race you after this, you know? And he's like, you want to race me? I'm like, yeah. So we race. Of course he beats me. And I was so angry at the fact that I couldn't beat him in a race, no matter. And I think we raced like 3 times. And all those times I lost. And I'm like, why I can't beat this man? Like, he too fast. Like, and it taught me, like, right? So after I raced him, I didn't beat him. It drove me to want to work harder. It drove me to want to, you know what? Like, I'm going to take what my dad said and how he beat me in those races, and I'm going to take that fuel and I'm going to just use it on the field. And what I didn't realize at that moment was that he was really prepping me just to be my authentic self and be the best me I can be without him being there sometimes, you know? He was prepping me. He was growing me into a strong young man. And I didn't really realize that at the time because there were times in high school where he wasn't there. Like, he had his own differences and he didn't come around like that. Well, at the same time, I was confused, and at the same time, I understood. So, but as I got older, I started realizing that, you know, that my dad already put the foundation in me. I just had to realize that the foundation was in me. And from that point on, when I did realize that he instilled that in me, I didn't really need him at my games like that anymore. And I just started playing from what he taught me from when I was a kid, the things that he instilled in me. You know what I'm saying? The strength, the feeling that I had when I used to hang on his arms, the Superman feeling that I used to feel when we raced and when we used to work out, when we used to do calisthenics and push-ups, sit-ups, all those type of things. The things that he instilled in me helped me become a better version of myself over time. At the time, during when I was a kid, I didn't understand why he wasn't in certain, at certain games that I wanted him to be in. But I always did notice whenever he was at a game, I did score a touchdown. I always scored a touchdown, always played very well. But when he wasn't there, I always played like I didn't play well. But that was just me being dependent on the fact that my father wasn't there. I was being dependent on his presence, So it took him not to be there a lot for me to realize that he instilled something in me that, the strength. He instilled the strength to be a man without him really having to walk me through to be a man. And now that I'm a growing man, a growing young man, my father sees that I can handle my own, and there's definitely a newfound respect from the father passed down to the child now when they see that their child can hold their own due to the strength that they instilled in them from when they was younger. And I feel like all men, all young men right now, you got a father in your life, man, look to him and really realize that that man is instilling some strength in you that you might not even be aware of right now. But when you get older, you'll realize that the strength that he instilled in you is the strength to carry you through to be a family man better than him, Like, father's jobs is to create a young man out of you to be a better man than him. Real talk. And I feel like all of us should take heed to that because fathers are powerful, man. They instill that strength. They instill that grounding. They instill that protection. They instill that provision factor in all of us. And we got to be just that and more. So I just wanted to share that with y'all real quick, man, because I love my pops, man. Do y'all love y'all pops? I think we all should have our pops in our life, and I think we should appreciate them, man. Because they give us the strength as men to go out and be great to the world, So, yeah, that's my little story, man. Say what's up to your dad. Call your dad up, man, and chill with him. Say what's up. Say I love you. You know what I'm saying? We got to chill with him. Just reach out to him and just show your love and gratitude to him. I advise all of y'all to do that because I know we all love our dads, all right? Godspeed.